Hello, my name is Katie, welcome back to my channel. I've got a bit of a new setup going on. If I look too bright then sorry, but I am just experimenting with my lights, which I finally got set up. But this will probably be my permanent setup. I don't know. I know it looks really like shit. It's just like my door with a pair of angel wings, a bit of a keyboard stand with a towel on it, and a chest of drawers, and you see a little bit of my I've forgotten what they're called, thing where all your clothes hang on, clothes rack, there you go. But I don't know, it's pretty boring background, but I think it accurately represents my life, so there you go. So yeah, if this is too bright then I don't know, because I'm looking at it on camera. It looks a bit too bright, but I don't know. Basically I've got these two big softbox lights, which I have then put a towel over to kind of dim them slightly, because they don't have any like settings where you can adjust for dimness in them. So it's basically just two giant bright lights with towels over them. But it's actually really good to do your makeup in. Like, I've been using them just like every day while I'm doing my makeup, and I can just see my face so much better than before, which is great. Anyway, so in this video I'm going to be testing December's Cohorted beauty box, and I'm determined to get this one up like in a couple days and not next month, and this time I will actually do it. I'm not just saying it. The little thing has got a little like Christmassy theme to it, which is great. I think they sent them out a little bit earlier this month as well, maybe it's like a Christmas treat or something, but it is the 9th when I'm filming this, and I got this a few days ago, so yeah, it got sent out pretty early this month. Right, so as per usual I will just talk you through the products first, and then we'll get to trying some of them out on my face. We got 4 products this month, and they're all makeup items, so that's great because I love me my makeup. The box value this month is £90, so a little bit less than the previous months, but that doesn't bother me because from first impressions I quite like the look of all the products we've got. So the first one we have is the Cargo Holiday 2017 Emerald City palette, and that is the little box it comes in, which is pretty damn gorgeous if you ask me. I'll just get it out. The actual box is the same as the box. The box is the same as the box. That is, oh shit. That's what the shades look like. You can see some of my finger swatches in there because I have been going a bit swatch happy. But yeah, oh, you can see my lights reflecting off that, sorry, but I hope you can see the shades there. Yeah, so it's got some quite green colours. It's got some really nice like metallic-y, glimmery shades. It's got a nice dark browny coloured shade, which is good, and it's got quite a lot of neutral kind of shades as well. I quite like the colour selection here. Obviously we already got a Cargo eyeshadow palette I think 2 months back, and I liked that palette. I wasn't like crazy in love with it, but I thought it was a decent palette, but I don't know why, but I think this one is appealing to me slightly more. I just think the colours are a bit more adventurous, and I've done some swatches and some of them are really pigmented. Some of them are a little bit more subtle, like the more kind of neutral shades are not quite as pigmented, but I mean they're neutral shades anyway, so I guess you wouldn't expect them to be. But the more kind of like shimmery ones I've swatched, and they swatch really nicely, so I'm excited to try some of them out. And you also get a little double-sided brush with it. I don't know if this is going to be the best quality, but I don't know, I might try it, I might use my own brushes, I'm not sure. Did I say that one's worth £35? Because it's worth £35. The next thing that's listed here I didn't actually get. It was between this and the one that I actually got, but you could have got the Huda Beauty lip strobe in the shade Ritzy, and it's worth £21, and that's what it looks like there. So some people would have got that. It actually does look quite pretty. I wouldn't have minded getting that, but I do like the one that I've got. The one that I actually got is the Tarte Glossy Lip Paint. The Tarte Glossy Lip Paint, and it's worth £21. And I mean, I've said in the past I'm not really the biggest fan of things that have like a glossy finish, but what I do love about this is the shade. It's absolutely gorgeous. This is totally the kind of shade that I would go for. It's just a really like pinky nude, and I think what I would do with this, if it is like really like glossy and just too sticky, is I'll probably just get a bit of powder and tap it on it to mattify it. So this definitely is something that I could wear, but obviously I would have preferred it if it was like a matte finish kind of product. It says here that it's a lip gloss with the colour payoff of a lipstick and the sexy sheen of a gloss. And the next thing is the Ico Skinny Liquid Eyeliner, and it's worth £16. It's a little pet peeve, but the font of this kind of blends, like the colour they've used for the font kind of blends in the picture and you can't read it very well. Just think from a graphic design perspective, maybe they should have done something about that. I don't know what I'm talking about. It says, line and define. Exacting and artistic eyes will love this precise pen. Draw the line you want with ease. Look no further for precision point perfection. Smudge proof, budge proof, foolproof. Comes in this little box. Are you meowing at me? Don't you think about jumping? Okay, I've got to tend to my cat for a minute. Meow! Somebody's after attention. And I'm not sure if this is just a sample size or if they're supposed to be this big, but it is quite a small little liner, but it is just a pretty standard felt tip liner. It's quite defined and pointed, which is good. I think it will give you a nice precise application. I don't use liquid liners too often. A lot of the time I just won't bother with them because I tend to use like pencil liners in my waterline. But I do occasionally use liquid liners and do little wings, so we will be doing that today. Okay, and the last thing is from Becca, and it's the Shadow and Light Brow Contour Mousse in the shade Mocha. It's worth £18. That's the packaging, and we can open it. As you can see, it's like quite a dark brown shade, and then it's got this kind of pinky neutral kind of moussey colour next to it. So I'm guessing you're supposed to use it to highlight your brow bone, or I think what I might do is use the mousse to kind of carve out my brow and see if it works for that. This shade for me is absolutely fine because I have quite dark hair, but I think because it's a box that's kind of aimed at an array of different people with different hair colours and skin tones, I don't know if necessarily having a brow mousse is the best idea, because obviously the shade isn't going to work for a lot of people, but it works fine for me, fortunately. So I don't know, I'm not sure about that, but I am excited to try it on myself. It does say that it's got fibres in it, so that's quite interesting. So yeah, that is everything in the box, and we're now going to get on to trying some of them out. So I think what I'm going to do first is actually try and sculpt out my brows a bit with the Becca mousse. So yeah, let's do that, shall we? So I'm just going to use a clear brow gel first, just to brush through them. This is the Pixie one that we got a few boxes back. I'm just going to get a little angled eyebrow brush. This is a Zoeva one. It's the Browline 322. I'm sure that means something to some people. And I'm going to obviously use the darker colour and just dip my brush in there and just try and fill the brows in, I guess. Okay, right, I actually quite like that. It doesn't come out like too harsh and blocky. It's fairly easy to use. You do have to build it up quite a bit and work with it, but I mean, it's the same on most brow products, to be honest. But the colour's really good for me. Again, obviously this is a box that's aimed at a lot of different people, so this isn't going to work for everyone, which is a bit annoying, but for me it works pretty well. Yeah, I'm going to try out the little pinky mousse now. Yeah, I think I'll use a little concealer brush, which I will just clean off the concealer from first. Okay, so I think I will dip my little concealer brush into the pink mousse and try and like carve out my brows with it. I mean, I don't know if that's what it's for, but I mean, I think it's just supposed to be like a highlighter for the brow bone area, but I'm just going to use it to carve out my whole brow. Why not? Okay, I mean, I think that kind of does the job. Don't know if you can see it on camera, but it does kind of, you know, sculpt out your brows. I mean, I don't even know if that's what it's for, but I'm just going to pat it in gently with a sponge. I'm going to go back to that Pixie gel and I'm going to set them in place with that. Okay, I think my brows have turned out pretty good. I do really like the darker side. I think that works really well as a like pomade or whatever. For the brows, it fills them in. It looks quite natural but still quite defined. The colours are really good for me. I like it. I don't know how often I'd reach for the like pinky mousse. I mean, I guess it is pretty useful at carving out your brows, but I'd probably rather just use a concealer or something for that. But I definitely would use the darker side again, and I'd probably use it quite a lot if I'm feeling it. But yeah, I think this is pretty good. Right, so next I want to try out the eyeshadows, so I'm just going to do a quick base on my eyelids. Okay, so we're going to try out the eyeshadow palette now. Okay, I think I'm going to start with this quite neutral shade called Fairy. It's just a quite light brown colour here. I'm going to start by putting that one through my crease. Okay, that worked pretty well. Right, I think I'm going to go with this shade called Lake Union. It's like a nice shimmery gold colour. I think I'm just going to place this on the centre of my lid. I'm going to use my finger for that. And this looks really pretty. Oh yeah, that's nice. That is nice. Okay, that gold shade is stunning. I think I'm going to put a bit of the shade called Pier 52, which is next to that one. It's like a more, where are we? It's a more coppery toned, glimmery colour. I'm going to try and place a bit of that into the outer third of my eye. Okay, I'm now going to get the really dark shade called Coffee, this one here. And I'm going to put a bit of this into my outer third as well. Get the shade called Northwest, which is a kind of whitey pinky toned shimmery colour, and I'm just going to place that one under my brow bone. Okay, I think I'll just leave the shadow at that for now. This look is probably a bit of a mess, but yeah, the eyeshadows work really well. There's some good pigmentation there. I'm quite impressed. I'm going to go in with the Ico liquid liner now, and I'm just going to try my best to do a standard kind of winged liner here. Wish me luck. Does that look good? I have no idea. This was alright. This one's a hot damn mess. I mean, it's a fairly decent liquid liner. I don't know if I'm like blown away by it. I find it a little bit hard to use just because it is quite small. I feel like if it was longer, my hand would ache less while using it. Oh my god, I've proper fucked this side up. This side's okay though. I mean, it's decent. It's not bad. Let's see if I can fix it. Okay, that's a bit better. Yeah, this isn't too bad. I like it. I'm not obsessed, but it's alright. It's a decent felt tip liner. I've only got the lip paint left to try, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the rest of my makeup, and then we'll try out the lip product. So I've just done the rest of my makeup, and I think I'll try out a few more of the shadows under my lower lash line. I think I want to go for one of the more greeny ones. Okay, so I think I'm going to go for this kind of olivey, bright, greeny colour called The Hill up here. This one, and I'm gonna run some of this under my lower lash line, using this kind of like smudgy styled brush for that. Yeah, that's pretty. I'm gonna go for the kind of slightly darker green. It's more of an emerald toned one. It's called Fremont. I think I pronounced that right. The shade just right here. I'm gonna pop a bit of that on my inner corner of my eye. Right, I'm just gonna do my bottom mascara. Okay, so I definitely should have put those eyeshadows the other way around. I should have gone for the darker one under my lash line and the light one in the corner. Looks a bit weird now, but whatever. I mean, it was just about trying the shadows anyway, and I'm pretty impressed with the quality of them. So we're gonna finish off with the Tarte, what's it called? The glossy lip paint now. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and paint our lips with this. Okay, well that is the lip paint on, and I really like the colour. It looks really pretty. It's just a My Lips But Better colour. It really suits me, I think. Obviously it feels glossy, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I think this is the kind of thing I'd probably want to set with some powder, which I might try. Just had a coughing fit and now my eyes are watering. Yeah, I'm just going to get a bit of this translucent Rimmel powder and dab a bit over the top. Okay, so I just tried to mattify that down a little bit. It's still a bit glossy, but I mean, I guess just doing something like that would make it more wearable for me. But yeah, I mean, it looks super pretty. Feels pretty nice on the lips. Doesn't feel really drying or anything, even after putting that powder on it. It is really pretty, and I definitely think I would wear this, but again, it's just the kind of thing I'd probably want to put a bit of powder on if I were to wear it on a regular basis. But the colour is absolutely gorgeous and I do really like it. Okay, so that's all of the products tried. So I'll just give you some final thoughts. I actually do really like the Becca eyebrow product. I think it works really well for me. It just gives me the kind of like shape and definition that I want without looking too harsh. The colour's really good for me, so I definitely think I will get a lot of use out of this little Becca eyebrow pomade. I do really like that one. The eyeshadow palette I think is really pretty. The eyeshadows work really well. I mean, this eyeshadow looks a mess, please just ignore that. I'm just experimenting with things, and sometimes when that happens you don't always get the best look. But I think all of the shades I tried were really pigmented. They seem to blend really well. I don't know if it's like my favourite colour selection ever. I think some of the shades are a bit too dark for me, but I do really like the glimmery colours quite a lot. The shade Lake Union and Northwest I think were really good, which is the light pinky toned one and the really goldy one I used on the centre of my lid. I really like those shades. Yeah, I think that it works really well. Obviously it's just going to depend on what kind of colours you're into, but I think they work well, and I think the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. I think I do like this one a little bit better than the other cargo one we got a few months ago. I like the little Ico liner. I don't think it's amazing. It's a little bit difficult to use. I mean, it does the job. It's just a standard felt tip liner. There's nothing really wrong with it. But yeah, I think I quite like it, but I'm just not like, my mind's not blown or anything. The Tarte lip paint, again, I do really like it. I think the colour's super pretty. It's like a really good shade for me. I'm not sure how much I like the glossy finish, but again, as I've mentioned like too many times now, I would just set it with a powder to make it more wearable for me. So I do overall quite like it. So yeah, overall, generally speaking, I'm pretty happy with the box. Is it my favourite ever? Maybe not, but I do think that it's got some good products there. I think honestly my favourite would probably be the eyebrow pomade thing. I think that's probably my favourite this month. But yes, overall, I think that's another box that's really good. So thanks for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!